Hello and welcome back to the Champions League Challenge on Football Manager 2022, where we are in charge of Steaua Bucharest in the top tier of Romania. And we're starting today's episode on the tactics screen because that is something that I've been tweaking a lot in the past few games off camera. And this is the formation we're going to go with today. I've changed formation many times, as you will, I think, see in the rundown of the games that we played off camera. And I'll give a bigger rundown of this tactic ahead of the first of today's games, which is our first game in the relegation stage of the league against Universitatea Cluj, who are currently second bottom in the league. So hopefully going to have a victory in this first game of the episode today, but we'll get to that in a little bit. First off, I need to show you what happened in the games off camera. So we started off with a Bucharest derby against Dynamo Bucharest at home, and it was another game where we had tired players, and we just managed to hold on really for a 0-0 draw. Dynamo Bucharest having a lot more possession than us, pretty even on the shots count, but not much goalmouth action. They did go down to 10 men as well, which probably hindered their chances of getting anything from the game other than a draw. So yeah, 0-0 draw. You'll notice a player there in the centre of midfield, Contra. He is one of our youngsters. A decent potential youngster, 2.5 star potential. His free kick taking's immense though, 12 free kick taken. Everything else is pretty basic, but he did a job when called upon. Then we played away from home against FC Voluntari, and this is where the change in tactics comes in. You can see that we played I'm going to have to read what I've written down for this one because it's a weird one. I mean, I could just read out the numbers of players that I see on the screen, but it's a 3-1-3-2-1 defensive midfield asymmetric formation. We had a lack of fullbacks available for this game, so I needed to do something with the formation that allowed me to not play fullbacks, and this is what I went with. You can see Lonchar, who is a right back generally, he can play a defensive midfield. He was in a defensive midfield in this formation. Van Mullen was playing as a libero in the centre of the defence. It's a weird formation, but it worked against Voluntari. We won 3-0. Mediop getting a brace, Badea getting one. Mediop hitting the post in the second half as well, almost getting a hat-trick. But a nice, strange, out-of-nowhere victory for us against FC Voluntari. But then our most recent two league games were back to how we've been playing most of this season. We lost 3-0 against FCR. Just we played the same formation. It didn't have the same amount of success. You can see Van Mullen was terrible in that libero role this time. Two standout players, Badea and Dragici. I guess Badea had a goal disallowed on 23rd minute for offside. Maybe the game would have been different if that one had counted. But then Arges in the second half just came out all guns blazing and fired us away. It was 3-0 victory for Arges. And then the last game that we played off camera is against one of our opponents in today's episode, actually, Rapid Bucharest. They are, of course, the team that we would be playing in the semi-final of the Romanian Cup. And this one, it all came down to a very early red card for Desommer. It's getting sent off in the 15th minute for just a terrible lunge that turned the game. I mean, no one can say how the game was going to go. It was only 15 minutes in, but Rapid Bucharest ran away with things from then on, getting 4-0 up. They were 3-0 up and then went down to 10 men. They still managed to grab a fourth when we were 10v10, and then Halep getting a consolation goal for us in the 67th minute. Another disappointing defeat. But we do have that excuse of the fact that we were down to 10 men for the majority of the game. So hopefully we can do a bit better against them in this episode. But first of all, we have the small task of Universitatea Cluj in the league. But just before we get to that, we've had a departure from the club. Unfortunately, Razvan Onea's loan deal has come to an end. He's been a very good player for us, not just this season, but also last season he was on loan with us as well. Unfortunately, Polytechnica Iasi, who are his parent club, didn't want to loan us him anymore. They wanted to give him a chance in the first team, which is fair enough. He's their player, I guess. I did try and get him back. It's a very strange time for his loan deal to end. It was the 5th of April when it ended. This is one of the reasons why we have a lack of fullbacks now, because Kapachi has been injured and we've just got Goran Lonchar at right back. Kapachi, of course, is our normal starting left back. He is back to fitness now, but we're still going with the lack of fullbacks for the time being, as I showed you in the little teaser of the tactic earlier. So as I said, Today's first match is against Universitatea Cluj. It's away from home. We are 6th in the table. They are 9th. They occupy one of the guaranteed relegation spots. 7th being the playoff place. I think we're 2 points clear of the relegation playoff place at the moment in 6th. But we would, of course, like to get a victory against Universitatea Cluj to pull us a bit further away from that, hopefully. Just realised I'm not showing you the relegation group because it doesn't show on that screen for some reason. But here we are. We're 2 points clear of Voluntari, the team that we beat 3-0 off camera in 6th place. So let's see what we can do against Universitatea Cluj. Now, tactics aren't generally my forte. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll understand that I sometimes just do things in the heat of the moment that don't make any sense at all. And that could very well be the case with this tactic. But we're going with it for this game against Universitatea Cluj. We have our 3 centre-backs. Van Mullen playing in the centre of that defensive 3 as a libero, with Burrell and Moldovan either side of him. Obviously, Sommer is suspended for this game because of that red card in the game against Rapid Bucharest. So that's why Nicolas Burrell is in for what is a rare start for him this season. In midfield, we've got 2 defensive wingers, Stefan Dragici on the right, Jovan Mitrovic on the left. This is to cover for the fact that we don't have any fullbacks. So they'll be pressing from the front, but hopefully defending as well and making up for the lack of a player at fullback for us. At least that's how I think that position and duty or role or whatever it's called works. Then in the centre midfield we have Julian Badea and Stefan PACIONEL playing as a deep lying playmaker and Metzala. I'm hoping that the Metzala, Stefan PACIONEL, will cover out wide when Dragici is pressing. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but if you know, let me know in the comments section down below. I am trying to learn a bit more about the tactics section of the game. In attack and centre midfield, we have Emilian PACIONEL playing as a shadow striker with 2 strikers in this formation. Dimci Halep as an advanced forward and Mediop as a pressing forward. So we've got a front 3 basically. It's quite an attacking formation, I would say. Hopefully it does the business for us. We're playing on a balanced mentality. We're going to try some low crosses, running at defence and playing for set pieces when in possession. We always play for set pieces. I don't really know whether we need to do that anymore because I don't think we've got a decent set piece taker. That was for when we had Wallace, but of course he's left us now, so I might take that off. We don't seem to be getting much from set pieces. In transition, it's still just counter and counter press, and then out of possession, we have changed quite a few things up. So we're forcing the opposition outside, so we're defending a lot more narrow, forcing them to go down the wings. We're playing with a high defensive line and a high line of engagement, preventing short goalkeeper distribution because we've got a pressing forward, I guess, and because of our high line of engagement, and using the offside trap as well. Not sure how well my players will be able to use the offside trap, but we will see. You can see we're using the full breadth of our available squad today. We literally have no one else in the squad who is not in the playing 18. These 3 players aren't really my players. They're just there to fill out the squad. So that's a task for the summer, but hopefully that's a summer where we are still a Casa Liga 1 team and not a summer where we are rebuilding for a push for promotion, because that would be a real setback in this challenge where we're meant to be challenging for Champions Leagues. Of course, it's Steaua Bucharest. It was always going to be a big challenge. Hopefully the challenge doesn't get harder. So first highlight of the game, and it's a free kick for us. PACIONEL with the ball in, headed away by Core. It's going to come back to our centre midfielder, Julian Badea, now on this left-hand side. Plays it forward to Mediop. Mediop on the left-hand side to get a ball in, hopefully. Pulls it back to Badea. And into the box to the back post. Dragici with a header, and that's off the bar from Stefan Dragici. A good start for us, though. Free kick for Cluj now. Decan with the ball in, and that's gone right through to the back post, and Joker is there. Dodi Joker has scored. He's onside. There's no VAR check or anything. Throwing on the right-hand side. Dragici with it. Headed away by Core, but hopefully Burrell is going to get that, and he does. Plays it forward to PACIONEL. Out wide right to Dragici, the original throw-in taker now. Running down this right-hand side, Dragici. Plays it into PACIONEL. PACIONEL with the ball into the box. And he plays it to his namesake. And it's PACIONEL to PACIONEL for the equalising goal. Emilian PACIONEL with the finish. His second goal of the season. Stefan PACIONEL with the ball in. And we're back on level terms. Dragici with a lovely pass to PACIONEL. And then PACIONEL with the ball in. Low cross for Emilian. to get the ball into the back of the net. Throw in a deep position for Cluj this time. It's Joca, the goal scorer, plays it back out wide left to Maitreya. Now Vignau inside with the ball. It would be great if we could push them back now, but Maitreya's got it on the left-hand side once more to Vignau. And Vignau inside to Sergio. Sergio back out wide to Maitreya. Maitreya with a chance to get a ball in, possibly plays it to Vignau, who does get a ball into the back post. Joca's there at the back post once more, and Joca has scored at the back post once again, but this time it is going to be checked by VAR. They're looking for an offside. The referee is hearing in his ear whether it's going to count or not. And it's been disallowed. We have had a reprieve. Dodi Joca apparently offside in that one, not getting his 5th goal of the season, as that little graphic said, and he was offside. So good decision by the VAR official. Throw in for us with Moldovan. Mediop nods that down to Mitrovic. Through ball looking for Emilian PACIONEL, but that's intercepted well by the defender. But PACIONEL's got it again. Plays it forward to Halep, and that through ball has got a bit too much on it for Dimsu Halep to get on the end of. Gorsea now with a long ball forward, and hopefully we're going to win that. We do with Van Mullum in the centre of defence. Plays it forward to Stefan PACIONEL, the man with 1 assist so far today. Can he get another? We might be able to with that kind of ball. Halep's through on goal. Halep with a shot, and it's off the post from Dimsu Halep. It was an excellent opportunity for Halep to get his 1st goal of the game and for Stefan PACIONEL to get his 2nd assist of the game, but it wasn't to be. But we do have the ball once more with Bedea. Great pass to Stefan PACIONEL again. He plays it to Emilian. And now it's Mediop, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. We're looking very, very promising on the attack, at least with this new tactic. But we've got a corner now as well. Dragici to whip it into the back post. Halep's there, but it's headed away by Kor, who looks very, very good in the air today. Anything that's gone in the air, pretty much, he has dealt with for Universitatea Cluj, as a ball is cleared, but is coming back to us now with Alexandru up front for Cluj. Joca, the goal scorer, on the right-hand side, plays it into the box. Sergio's there, and Sergio plays that over the goal. Another free kick for Cluj. Dican, headed away by Moldovan, but Sergio gets it back, and Dican is in a lot of space on this left-hand side now. We need to close him down a bit quicker than we did. Dican's got it again, and plays it out to Maitreya. Now Bledia on the left-hand side, ball into the box. Alexandru's there, it's off the post. That's both sides that have hit the woodwork in this first half, and we are still level. It's a corner kick for Universitatea Cluj in first half injury time, though. Dican with the ball in, and Van Mullum deals with that nicely with that headed clearance as we get to half-time at 1-1. I'm not too disappointed at half-time with how things have gone. We've looked very threatening on the attack, a bit shaky in defence, but we're pretty much always shaky in defence, so nothing new there. I would quite like to take Nicholas Burrell off. However, we don't have any other central defenders that we can bring on in his place, or even switch around in the starting 11 in his place. So he's probably going to have to stay on. Hopefully he doesn't get sent off. Jovan Mitrovic not having a great time at left midfield either. Of course, we do have Marco Susnio on the bench, who he's not had much game time since coming back from injury. So we're gonna bring him on as it's a straight swap pretty much for Jovan Mitrovic at left midfield. And other than Burrell, like I said, I'm quite pleased with everyone else's performances so far. So Van Mullum with the ball just inside our half. Nice free kick. Well, it wasn't a nice free kick. It was just a short pass. Don't know what I'm talking about. Halep, though, with the ball. Now Mediop. Man running down the left-hand side is Susnio, the substitute. Marco Susnio with a chance, and it's a good save by Gorsea. Marco Susnio showing why maybe he should be starting ahead of Jovan Mitrovic with that opportunity there. If only he'd put it in the back of the net. As we do have a corner, though. Dragici to whip it in, but it is, as it has been the entire game, dealt with by Universitatea Cluj's defence. Voda with the ball in our attacking third. Bedea with a nice block, though. Can we build from the back now? Bedea. Long ball from him. Straight up the field to Mediop. And he's played a nice ball across to Halep. Halep, though, he's been dragged out wide. Halep needs to try and get the ball back into the box. Susnio's got it on the edge of the box. And he plays it back to the centre midfielder, Bedea, the man who started the move with that block originally. Now Moldovan's got it. Forward to Emilian PACIONEL. Through ball from him to Stefan PACIONEL. Stefan PACIONEL with this one. Emilian almost paying Stefan back for that opening goal, for us at least, in the first half. Free kick for Cluj. Kor takes a short one to Sergio, who plays that out wide to Maitreya down his left-hand side. Inside to Vignau, and now Bledier's got it now. Back out wide left to Maitreya. Vignau to Bledia. Back post, Joca was there lurking, but another chance to get a ball in, and Alexandru is there this time, and Valentin Alexandru has got the second for Universitatea Cluj. And I think we need to make some changes. We're going to go to a more positive mentality And we are going to take Stefan Dragici off because he is looking tired out there. We'll bring on Claudio Danos. And I think I'm going to also bring Dragos Huiban on for Halep. We're going to go all out with this one. Huiban can play as advanced forward as well. So yeah, we've made all our substitutions now. We've switched it up to positive. Let's hope that makes a positive difference to this game as Dragici's coming forward with the ball. I'm not sure whether this is just a highlight because I made tactical changes or if this is actually a legitimate chance. Hopefully it is, as PACIONEL's got it. Finds Mediop. Inside to Emilian PACIONEL. And again to Stefan PACIONEL. Stefan PACIONEL scores! Is it onside? Is it onside? But it was PACIONEL to PACIONEL again. It was PACIONEL squared for the second time in the game. VAR's checking. And it's been given! PACIONEL squared is a thing, and it's a thing that is working beautifully in this game. We're going to proceed with the tactical changes regardless. And that was me thinking that it was just a highlight that came because I was making changes. PACIONEL of the Emilian variety to Stefan on the edge of the box, and it's an excellent finish from him to return the favour from the first half. And we're just going to see the offside lines here, and he's definitely onside. Tomaniga with a long ball forward towards Emilian PACIONEL. It's headed away by Cordo, who, as I said earlier, has been doing brilliantly in defence today. Excellent recovery from Moldovan, though, at the back. And Emilian PACIONEL with the ball forward to Huiban, who's just come off the bench. It's Dragos Huiban. Dragos Huiban has got a third for us. It's his 5th goal of the season. Somehow, even though it feels like he's barely played or barely scored, but we are now 3-2 up. Somehow, Moldovan with an excellent interception at the back there. Emilian PACIONEL with another assist, a long through ball to Huiban, who finishes it beautifully past the Universitatea Cluj keeper, and we are now 3-2 up. And I think I'm probably going to keep the mentality on positive. As you can see, that Huiban was definitely onside for that goal. Free kick for Cluj. Sergio to the back post. Cause there. He wins the header. It's off the bar, and it's... What's happening? It's a free kick. Okay, I thought it was going to be a penalty to Cluj there. I'm tempted to go back to balanced. Oh, I might as well leave it to positive. We're in injury time. And we've somehow managed to turn this game completely on its head. Pretty much thanks to Emilian PACIONEL. Stefan PACIONEL with a bit of a hand in there as well with his assist and goal. But Emilian PACIONEL getting 2 assists and a goal. Huiban getting the goal as well. An excellent performance from the PACIONEL boys. And I think we need to play them in the first team more often. A brilliant result that is much needed. And that result actually sends us up 1 position in the table. Of course, Farrell Constanța haven't played yet, who are the team that we have overtaken, but we are now 5 points clear of the relegation playoff places. So we'll be hoping that Voluntari and FCU Craiova fail to win their games in this opening game week. And up next, we do, of course, have the Romanian Cup semi-final, which I'm probably going to have to rotate some of our players for because we've got a lot of games in a short period of time, which I'll show you now, and that's not great. Jeremy Van Mullum has an injury, so he's not going to be playing against Rapid Bucharest at centre-back, which is possibly a problem, although De Sommer will be back, so we'll probably be able to deal with that one. But here is our calendar. So we've just played the Universitatea Cluj game here, and then we've got Rapid Bucharest on the Tuesday, Chindia Târgoviște on the Thursday, and SCU Craiova on the Saturday. So it's a big week for Steaua Bucharest. We are, as I said, I'm going to bring you the first leg of the semi-final in this episode, but it's going to be a rotated side. There might be a few youngsters in there. You'll find out in a second. So here we are for the semi-final first leg of the Romanian Cup against city rivals Rapid Bucharest, and we've had some unfortunate news. Another piece of injury news for us, which we didn't really need, in a position that we can't afford to have it in. So Moldovan is injured. He's got food poisoning, so we could play him today. I don't really want to risk him, to be honest. And then Jeremy Van Mullum, his conditioning is awful, so I don't really want to play him either. And also, one half of PACIONEL squared is he can't play today either. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of tweaking here, and there's going to be quite a few youngsters brought in, I think. Oh, and to make things worse, Julian Badea is suspended for this match, and Vincenzo De Sommer is also suspended for this match. I forgot that he got a straight red, so that's not great. We've got even less centre-backs now, and I'm going to have to play probably João Bruno in centre midfield it's not great working with such a small squad. Okay, after a lot of thought, we've come up with this. So we've got Tom. We're playing the same formation. We've got Tomaniga in goal. We're playing two youngsters in the defensive three. We'll put the more experienced Nicholas Burrell as the libero on support, and then actually no, we won't. We'll let one of the youngsters take that role. So we've got Burrell playing as a central defender. Stopper Unot Giru is libero on support, and Cesar Craiu is our no-nonsense centre-back on defend. In midfield, we have Stefan Dragici, the right side of midfield, remaining in the squad. Hopefully he can handle the amount of games that are coming his way. If not, we've got Claudio Danos, who can play in that position. Actually, I might rest Dragici for this one and play Danos, because I would much rather survive in the league than win the cup. Winning the cup would be nice, but got to put the league first. Antonio Iannulli and George Contra are in central midfield today. I've just realised I should probably show you the youngsters that I'm playing. So here's Ayunut Gyuriu, 17-year-old centre-back. This is him. He's got decent tackling, to be fair. 11 tacklings, very good. Marking's not too bad. Just his heading needs a bit of work. And then Cesar Craiu, who is best played as a right-back. His tackling of 8's not too bad. Marking of 6 could do with a bit of work. Heading of 6 as well, not great. But it's what we've got to do today. Claudio Danos is right wing, as I said. Antonio Iannulli, centre midfield today. Fortunately, his favoured role is a Mazzala, so that's the role that was in that position anyway. No real standout attributes for him. His passing's okay at 7, I guess. But he's definitely one for the future with a potential of 3.5 stars, but it could be a bit too soon for him. Then we've got George Contra, who's playing as a deep lying playmaker today. His, again, as I said previously in this episode, I think his free kick taken of 12 is very nice. Technique of 12 is decent as well. Elsewhere, stats aren't too great. Attributes, I should say, not stats. So we've got Jovan Mitrovic on the left side of midfield. Marko Susniar is going to be our starting left side of midfielder for the coming league games, which is why Mitrovic is remaining in the side. Emilian PACIONEL as attacking centre midfield. We're keeping him in there. He's one of the few players who's remaining in the side from the last game. Dimtu Halep is up front with Mediop. Halep is going to get dropped for the league game. The next league game, Dragos Wiban will be coming in for him. Mediop is just up there because we don't really have any other strikers unless I wanted to play a youngster. And I think we've got enough youngsters in this side, to be fair. So we'll send these lads out. I'm sure they'll have fun. We'll probably get battered, but it's got to be done. So here we go, first leg of the Cup semi-final. We are in okay form, 2 wins, a draw and 2 defeats in our last 5 games. Rapid Bucharest, however, are in a great form, 4 victories in their last 5 games. And of course, they did make it through, I believe, to the Champions Stage of Liga 1. So they are the better side than us, despite the fact that they just got promoted last season. Throw in for us in an attacking position. We've had the better of the game so far. We've had 2 shots. They've not had any yet. As the ball goes in towards Halep, and that's headed away. And one of the youngsters, Iannulli, can pick that up on the right-hand side. Plays it inside to Contra. Back to Craiu. And now Burrell, the more experienced man in our defensive 3 today, is on the ball once more. Plays it all the way back to Tomaniga, who is probably just going to launch this up the field, I imagine. And he does towards Iannulli, but he can't win that in the air. And Rapid Bucharest are coming away with the ball now. Bilacu on this left-hand side with it. Plays it back to his left-back, Serbanica. Forward back to Bilacu. Through ball from him to Nurkovic. Nurkovic is through on goal. Nurkovic with a chance, and it's a good save from Tomaniga, who I imagine is going to be quite busy today. Nurkovic with the ball back inside, but it's cleared this time by Mitrovic. And we've survived the first 16 minutes of this first leg. Just about half an hour had gone. Long throw in to pretty much straight to us. Craiu with a long ball forward, and Mediop's got it now. Plays that back to centre midfielder George Contra. And PACIONEL, now Iannulli. Back to Giuriu. Forward to Emilian PACIONEL, who had such a good game last time out. Skips past that defender, plays it through to Halep. Halep with a chance, and it's a great save. I thought for a second that we were about to take the lead there. With all these youngsters on the field, I'm not sure how many of the first team are playing for Rapid Bucharest. I don't really know their first team, but I doubt it's anything like ours. Danos with the ball in towards Giuriu, and that's headed away by Bellew. He saw his name in the lights there when he ran up to try and head that ball, but he couldn't get on the end of it. Danos running down this right-hand side now, ball into the box. That's going to be headed away easily by a defender, but Mitrovic has got it now, finds Emilian PACIONEL. Now Danos to Iannuuli. Inside to Emilian PACIONEL once more. Everything seems to be going through him today, which you would expect as him being one of the more experienced members of the team, as Mehdi up with an excellent header, and that's off the bar and out for a goal kick. We've been in this a lot more than I was expecting in this first half. And we've managed to get to half-time at 0-0, and it's been a pretty even game. We've had more possession. We've had just one less shot than Rapid Bucharest, so it's not going too badly. Now, I have kept things as they were for the second half, but I am keeping an eye on George Contra in centre midfield. He's looking a bit apprehensive, and we've got another young centre midfielder on the bench who could possibly come on for him as Marjanian with an excellent opportunity there, but he skies that over the bar. Goal kick now. Tom Aniga with a long ball forward towards PACIONEL. He can't win it in the air. It's going to come back to Rapid Bucharest, and it's Srebrenica down this left-hand side. Plays it forward to Burlaciu. Back to the left-back Srebrenica, who's going to come inside now to his central defender, who I'm not even going to attempt to say the name of. He's got the ball again. Dobrosavleci, I think it is. As Burlaciu comes forward with the ball down this left-hand side. Inside to Panoi. Back to Burlaciu. Ball into the box, and that's going to be the opening goal. Albert Stahl. It's taken 52 minutes for Rapid Bucharest to get the opener, and it's his 10th goal of the season. And I think I'm going to make that change that I mentioned. So David Nika is the man that I'm talking about. He's going to come on for George Contra in the centre of midfield. And we'll keep him as a deep line playmaker. We do have Mitrovic, who's not playing too great either, on the left wing. So I am tempted to bring Susniar on. I'm just a bit concerned about his condition for the league game that's coming up in a couple of days' time. So we'll not make that change just yet. We've switched it up to positive as well, because we might as well go for it. We're playing a young side, but they might be able to do something. And I'm pretty sure that the second leg's going to come around a time when we've got fixture congestion as well, so we're not going to be able to play a full-strength side then either. So we might as well go for it, as Rapid Bucharest just playing it amongst themselves in their own half. Murel tries the tackle, but it's sort of half-hearted, and Rapid have got the ball back once again. And it's Diarra with it in the centre of midfield to Srebrenica, who's been he's had a lot of the ball today, Srebrenica. Chenkam's got it up front, and PACIONEL tries to make a challenge, but it's through to Diarra now. Diarra 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Diarra skips past Niga, and Yusuf Diarra with his second goal of the season, and Rapid Bucharest have taken a 2-goal lead now. Okay, just over 20 minutes to go, so I don't think at this stage we're going to damage the condition of any players we bring on too much. So Susniar's going to come on at left midfield, and we're going to bring on Dragos Huiban up front for Dimsu Halep, and we'll keep it on positive. I think I'll also give a little shout of encouragement to the boys as well, as we have the ball at the back with one of our young central defenders today, and PACIONEL's got it back to Nika Juriu. Now PACIONEL forward to Mediop. Can we create something here? It's Mediop back to Nika, the deep line playmaker. Emilian PACIONEL's got it again, forward to Mediop. Now Susni on the left hand side. Can he create something down this left? Ball into the box. Huiban's there with a header. The two substitutes combining nicely, but it was saved quite easily in the end by Straton. And a long ball forward from Straton towards Chenkum, knocked down to Burlaciu, and it could be an attacking opportunity now for Rapid Bucharest. Burlaciu down this left-hand side, ball in. Diarra's there for his second of the game, and Yusuf Diarra gets his second of the game, his fourth of the season, and it's 3-0 to Rapid Bucharest. And we've switched to attacking because we might as well. We might as well try and get a goal. I guess Diarra with the ball in. Burlaciu with the header, and it's saved by Tom Aniga. Long ball from him towards Mediop. Won in the air by Nguena. And then it's fallen to Moyes down this right-hand side. And Susniar with a mistimed challenge, it looked like. But the referee's letting play continue. Diarra with the through ball to Chenkum. Chenkum with the chance to score. And Chenkum's hit the post. The outside of the post. Chance for Rapid to go 4-0 up there. But it wasn't taken by Chenkum. Not that it's going to matter in the grand scheme of things, as they are probably going to have more opportunities and they could get one here. But PACIONEL with an excellent challenge, and we can go on an attack of our own. Emilian PACIONEL, he's not got much support. Plays Danos. Now Iannuuli. Inside to Nika. Forward to Mediop. Through to Huiban. Is he onside? Huiban's shot. The flag's gone up. I think he's off. Dragos Huiban. It is. It's offside. The assistant referee had his flag up. Thought he might have just been off. Yeah, just. Mediop needed to release that ball a little bit earlier. Huiban with a great finish, to be fair to him, but it doesn't count. So full time in the first leg of this Cup semi-final, and it's as I was expecting. We are 3-0 down. A heavy defeat for us. Well, I'm glad I brought you that game against Universitatea Cluj, so we could have at least a victory in this episode, as I'm not too confident for the game that comes after this Romanian Cup semi-final first leg against Chindia Targa Vista. But looking ahead to the next episode, we'll follow what the game has put on TV, I guess, and we'll have a UTA Arid League game and the second leg of the semi-final in the next episode, which means we've got games against Chindia Targa Vista, FCU Craiova, Farul Constanta, Voluntari in the meantime. Hopefully we can pull ourselves away from this relegation playoff place. We're 5 points clear of it at the moment. Farul Constanta, who we did overtake temporarily, have now gone back above us on 23 points. Hopefully we can get some decent points and not get dragged into one of the relegation places or one of the relegation playoff places. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all the content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.